Quarterback Universe with Baldy. I want to start because you brought up Ben Johnson and what he's done. All right? And I want to read you a quote. This is Ben Johnson, and I'm fascinated by your thoughts. Here's the deal. You've got 31 other teams coming to training camp saying our goal is to win the Super Bowl. I want more than that. I want to have the highest scoring offense ever, which happens to be the 2013 Denver Broncos. I know how many points per game they scored, 37.9, and I want to surpass them. I want shutouts. I want blowouts.
Mm-hmm.
Bang!
Yeah. Like, the guy, look, as soon as he left Detroit, you knew Detroit was going to go backwards, and they did. He's a unique guy. I was at his press conference the other day at Hallis Hall. Like, he knows everybody's name in the press room. He calls them by name. He doesn't big time anybody. Calls them, he knows everybody's name. So I'm in the back of the room, like so I fired one off to him, whatever. But
what do you say? Baldy? I watch your breakdowns, Baldy.
No, that was off to the side. But like the guy, like even last year at this time, like there's Caleb Williams, number 1 pick in the draft, horrible, not horrible, but it was awful. Most sacked quarterback in his league, rookie year, terrible coaches, blah, blah, blah. And this time last year, he was building up Tyson Bagent. Like to the point where they gave Tyson Bagent an extension. The guy hadn't done anything in this league. But he's like lighting a fire under his core. Like the guy knows how to motivate.
Yeah.
Now, that's like that statement is a little, it's a little outlandish, right? But at the same time, he's just letting these guys know that anything that's been done before, we can do better. Like he's just sending messages, like you could stand up there and just be, rip off the same cliches every day in front of your team. Let's get a little bit better every day. You can do all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, all the cliches, right? We've heard them all. Or you could go out there and just put stuff out there and just let the players think big. Because the players ultimately have to believe in the messages. And they hear it. It's been, the Chicago press is pretty good. Let's get back to the players in the locker room. But all right, let's break some barriers. Let's do some things that haven't been done.
I love that. I'm with you. Plus, he's all yoked. He came in. He was on a weightlifting program. You saw him. He was pretty ripped up, man.
Well, the coaches, like even I saw, the coaches are the messenger for everything, right? So if you're like even I saw Andy Reid the other day. I told Andy, like, Andy, he looked like he lost half a man. Like he looks the best I've seen him. Now he's had 3 knee replacements, so you got to take care. But Andy looked good, considering what we have seen him at times. But these coaches, like I just don't understand coaches that aren't in good shape. Like you see these facilities, they're up at 5 every morning or earlier. Like go spend an hour in the weight room. Like you've got no reason not to be in good shape.
Yeah, I think a lot of those guys, just the stress and everything else, like during this season, they get beat up.
There's no doubt. But I remember doing a Raven-Cleveland game a couple of years ago, and Stefanski's got his own personal trainer in the gym the day of the game.
Yeah.
Like you should have that.
Yeah, Kevin.
Look, the stress is the stress, and I'm not saying it is all of that. But there's ways to fight stress for anybody in this business.
Yeah.
In any business.
All right. Let me ask you this. Can Kyler Murray be saved by KOC?
Hell yes. Listen, everything that made that kid the first pick in the draft is still there. He still has an elite arm. He's still very accurate. All right. He's still extremely elusive. Now, will Kevin O'Connell probably have to adjust the offense, move the pocket, do some things to play to his strengths? Yes, but it's the best organization and it's the best team he's been on since he's been in the league. And so I applaud Kevin for saying, the hell with this competition. He's the best talent. I remember seeing him one day out at training camp in Arizona. Kingsbury was the coach. So he sees me, comes up, we start talking. I go, dude, how fast are you? Have you ever been, like you never got time coming out of Oklahoma, never ran a 40 for the NFL, nothing. I go, how fast are you? He goes, well, when I was at Allen High School in Texas, he goes, when I was at Allen, I got time at 4.28. So I might be a little faster than that, but I'm probably in the 4.2. Like, the guy has insane talent. And like, I just think there's Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and Aaron Jones and a good offensive line. Like, I think he's going to be good. It's going to be a good fit.
I agree. Listen, he throws a beautiful ball, man.
Beautiful ball.
He does.
Like, he's just a natural. Look, what number? Look this up, VG. When he was picked in the baseball draft, was he a top 10 pick?
That's a good. I don't
just look it up.
Yeah,
I think he was a top 10 pick in baseball.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't transfer, but he was because he had a great arm.
Yes.
He could throw it.
All right, let's keep it going.
First round, 9th overall.
Look at that.
Yeah, there we go.
9th overall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has Jordan Love peaked?
No. Hell no. Hell no. 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 Like if you talk, I sat with Matt LaFleur the other day. I'm not going to mention the left tackle's name in the playoff loss to Chicago. He was awful. They were up 21-3 in that game. They couldn't put him away. The kid threw 4 touchdown passes at Soldier Field in a playoff game with no interceptions.
Yes.
Literally sub-zero wet. Like, it was 15 below. The guy.
Great point.
So I was talking to Rich Gannon the other day. He was out of practice, right? So Rich Gannon was the MVP of this league with Gruden, right?
Yeah.
So he's just showing me something about, let me see if I can put this in the frame. Like, when Rich Gannon throws the ball, he throws it like this. Like, it's kind of tight here, cuz, right? So the guys that can, the Mahomes of the world, the Jordan Love, guys with great arms, they're literally cocking it like this.
It's almost like a baseball.
It's like a whip.
Yeah, it's like more
whip,
baseball.
right? And not everybody has that, like, flexibility in the elbow.
Yeah.
So Rich Gannon was showing me this, and then I started watching because I never really thought about it before.
Yeah.
But he's got this whip of an arm from any platform. And like, maybe this is just platitude.
Rodgers had that too.
Aaron still has that. Okay. Actually, perfect, right? But Matt LaFleur said, and he wasn't taking any shots at any other quarterbacks, including Rodgers. But he said Jordan Love is the smartest guy at the line of scrimmage that he's coached. Like, just getting into the right protection, formations. Like, this is his 4th year as a starter now. And I think it's the best offensive line that he's playing with. We'll see. But I think there's still another step to go for him.
I like it. Let's keep going. We're in overtime. OT in the city. Overtime. Have the Steelers, thanks to our overtime, do they have a future quarterback in the specimen from Penn State who's got a big arm, an athlete? Drew Aller.
So, if you just follow Mike McCarthy's career, he was in New Orleans, right, with Aaron Banks. He was in San Francisco, when Alex Smith was taken. He was with Joe Montana in Kansas City. Like, I don't know if he's a quarterback whisperer, but Favre and Rodgers both played very well on him. Dak played very well under him. Like, he knows how to talk to these quarterbacks. Drew Aller needed to be coached. All these guys need to be coached, but like, there's certain things that the guy's arm, his size, his ability, it's all there. Can you kind of like, okay, maybe shorten, the motion a little bit? Can you get the ball out of his hands quicker? Can you do, like, I think he's a Pittsburgh quarterback, man. Big, strong, big arm. Like, that's what they've won with, going back to Bradshaw and Ben. This is, so I think he can have a real surgeons in this league.
So I do too. And it was funny. This morning, I brought you up. I had to do a show this morning before mine on Fox with Brady Quinn. And so I was Brady, of course, that dude knows quarterbacks. We were talking about Aller, and he was very, very excited about him and the prospects about what he can be and the limitations that he had with that system at Penn State. And it's no knock on Franklin, but, certain systems, it's gonna kind of hamper you, certain guys, for getting to the league.
It also doesn't help that Penn State doesn't turn quarterbacks out. Like it's just one of those programs. Like
Yes.
you can look at some guys that have come out of it, but it doesn't help that they don't have a success rate. Even Michigan State put out all these quarterbacks, Cousins and Nick Foles and all these guys, right? Like they don't have a pedigree of quarterbacks. Franklin was a great recruiter. He could get talent in there. I don't know that it was well coached, at times, but I just
I don't like
forget
the
it.
OC either, but
Okay. But we know everybody will say, well, big games, Drew Aller was not. Okay. Well, Ohio State has got all these kids in the NFL starting right now. All right. Like there's a little bit of a challenge there going to Columbus. But regardless, like I want to give this kid a shot in Pittsburgh. Like I want to see him take a year.
Yes.
Like, it's interesting. I was talking to Riley Leonard. You know Riley Leonard?
I do.
Speaking
Speaking of Notre Dame.
Yeah, exactly. So
And
Riley
Duke,
Leonard,
he's the Duke man.
yes. So, but Riley Leonard is a freak athlete, right? I mean, he can flush it on a basketball court with the best of them, right? He's just a great athlete. So I was talking to him the other day because Daniel Jones is back, and there's a backup with him and Anthony Richardson. I think Riley's going to win the job. But he told me the biggest thing that happened to him last year was he took scout team. He goes, Baldy, like I could throw 4 interceptions just because I wanted to make a throw, and nobody cared. The defense was happy. They made a play. He goes, throwing that scout team is the best thing to happen to me.
That's so brilliant.
Imagine if Drew Aller's out there against TJ and all these guys.
Yeah. Letting it air out.
Yeah, let him go take a year of throwing scout team.
Yeah.
It's just watch them develop.
Yeah. Dude, I'm a big believer in that, man. Like, you just get out there because now all of a sudden it's in your mind. Like, you've seen it. You've anticipated.
Well, you play scout team with no fear.
Right.
The defense wants to make these plays. All right. So, all right, take a shot.
Yeah.
Throw off your back foot.
Yeah.
Try to put it on the back shoulder. Like, take your chances.
Yeah.
There's no penalty for any of it.
Yeah. No, that's a great point. The most underrated quarterback in this entire league, true or false, is in Dallas.
Are you talking about Dak? Or are you talking about
Yes.
the most underrated?
Yes.
Is he the highest paid quarterback in the league?
I had this conversation today.
60. He's making 60.
I don't know how Brady thought Dak was the most underappreciated quarterback out there.
Well, look, I mean, Dallas is only going to get measured. Any quarterback in Dallas is only going to get measured by Staubach and Aikman. And you got to win playoff games. And he's got one. So, like, that's just the reality of the situation. Is he's going to have a chance to put up phenomenal numbers with the 2 dogs he's got on the outside, tight end, the whole thing, offensive line. Like, he's going to put up good numbers when he's been healthy, and which is most of his career. But this is like, what, year 10 or 11? Like, he's got to win in the postseason. Otherwise, he's going to be considered overrated.
Look at that. All right. Who is Jaxon Dart?
Well, I mean, he's learning a new offense. This new offense that he's running from Matt Nagy, there's a lot to it. And I was pointing this out the other day I was with Ian Rappaport watching Kansas City. Okay. So we're sitting up on this hill and we're watching Mahomes, who, by the way, if you didn't know he had major knee reconstruction in December, you would never know that he had reconstruction. Like, the guy took the thought that he's not going to start week 1 is nuts. The guy took every snap. And but like, when you hear Mahomes, he's so loud. He's so, like, you can hear, he's got Mr. Microphone in his hands. It's like, that's how Brady sounded watching his practice. These young quarterbacks, like, they've got to learn an offense. Like right now, Jaxon Dart is learning an offense.
Yes.
He's got to know where everybody lines up. He's got to know exactly where that ball has to go. when they take away Malik Neighbors, and he's got to come to his third. So, I think he's a great kid. I think he's a hard worker. I think he's a good athlete. I think he's got a lot. He played 40 snaps, 40 games, and most of them for Lane Kiffin. He was well coached in a good conference. But he's got to learn this offense, and it's not easy. So he's going to have some growing pains in a new offense, new system, some new offensive alignment. But I think he's got a chance to be special because he does play the game with no fear. And I see way too many quarterbacks make the safe throw, the check down. This guy has no fear throwing the ball over the middle of the field. And so if Malik Neighbors is back to being Malik Neighbors, the offense should be pretty good.
All right. Last thing as we depart the QB universe, I want Baldy's 3 quarterbacks who to keep an eye on that you expect to have a good year, like that are off the radar. You're not talking about, Burrow, right? Like, who, by the way, got sacked last night. Crazy. But give me 3 QBs that you go, I'm circling these guys.
Well, Fernando.
Yep.
Fernando can play. And it's just a matter of time. Like, if they want to start Cousins, fine. Like, Kirk looks good last night. But Fernando knows how to play. And he is a worker, and he's smart. Like, I think he's going to be a good player. So I would say that. I don't know, like, some of this stuff is so obvious. I mean, Drake May, like, what AJ's doing out there right now, it's going to help him. But I don't know how many unknowns there are. Like,
I was thinking along the lines like, are you going to give me Shuck? Are you going to give me Bryce Young? Like, who are you going to give me?
Well, I would give you Tyler Shuck.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, he played the last 10 games last year. He should have started the season. But look, the knock on him was he played for 3 schools. He was 25 years old, blah, blah, blah. The guy's a good athlete. Like, he can extend plays. He's got a good arm. Now he's got 2 good receivers on the outside and a very good offensive line. So I think Tyler Shuck, that's going to be a fun division to watch, is watching that NFC South.
I think so too. It's funny, the division, the NFC North is going to be epic.
Well, we got a super chat related to that with Baldy here. $4.99 super chat from Thomas Burke. He says, Thomas can't take the Bears' love. He's lived out there 10 years. It's made him hate the Bears. He's praying they aren't great this year and sway his 5-year-old to jump ship and become a Bears fan.
I'm sorry, buddy. It's not like,
I think it's good.
I just love football and I love Ben Johnson. So I'm heavy on the Bears. I'm a big Ben Johnson guy, like Baldy.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry. We need 2 things.
I don't think he's saying your Bears love, just
for us to really pay attention. We need 2 things in this business to really pay attention. We need great quarterbacks, and we need great coaches.
Yes.
There's not enough of either one of them.
Yes.
All right. That's why these coaches are on a cycle. They get cycled out every 2 years or whatever. We need great coaches and great quarterbacks. And when you put them together, like Andy and Mahomes, right? Yeah. Like, you get a great product that we would watch every day of the week.
Yeah, I agree.